One common challenge that older adults have, and beginners, and if you're both, you definitely have it, is changing chords quickly. That's one thing I hear a lot. Dexterity becomes an issue. A few months back, I did a lesson about this where I showed you some really cool where you can use pivot fingerings instead of making the full major chords, and the transitions are just so easy. And I do this, I've been doing this since I learned how to make them, and it might be laziness on my part, I don't know, but they sound great, you know, the D-sus2. Anyway, I'm gonna show you in this lesson a very simple exercise that you can do to kind of just build that speed up using these. We'll go over these pivot fingerings again. I'm not gonna go into great detail. There's another video that shows you how to make them, but I'll put the chord diagrams up on the screen, and they're really simple. It's just one finger moves, right? And so you can just kind of practice. You don't have to think about your left hand. You can just practice changing, moving quickly, because you really don't have to think with your left hand. You're just dropping your finger down. And then as you get that down later, if you want, you can, you know, start making the full chords. But this is a really quick lesson, but I think it's the benefits are going to be tremendous. And of course, I'm going to show you from your point of view. There's a really good lesson where I walk through and show you these pivot fingerings really slowly in more detail. We're just going to kind of run through it real quick. Your ring finger is the pivot. It's gonna be your constant, okay? And it's gonna be on the second string, 3rd fret, always, okay? This is gonna allow you to make variations of these major chords. Keep that there and just basically move one finger, okay? So if you make a G, you already have your 3rd finger, your ring finger, on your 3rd fret, 2nd string, okay? You just take your middle finger and go up to the top string, 3rd fret. Strum all the strings. You're probably gonna mute that 5th, that's fine. But go ahead and just strum it all, okay? So that's the variation of a G, right? Then you're going to take your index finger, go down to the 5th string, 2nd fret. Okay? So you're going from G, lift that off, add that, and you strum all the strings again. That's a variation of an E minor, okay? Okay? Then we're going to drop that index finger one more string down to the 4th string, 2nd fret. This time we're going to strum from the 5th string down. That is a variation of an A. Okay? So we've gone from G, all 6 strings strumming, E minor, all 6 strings strumming, drop one to this A, 5th string down. We're going to drop that one more time down to the 3rd string. You're on the 2nd fret. Ring finger stays the same this whole time. You're going to strum from the 4th down this time. That's a D-sus2. So it looks like not a lot of movement happening with your left hand. What I want you to focus on is the movement that's happening with your right hand. So for G in E minor, it stays the same, 6th string down. Drop to that A, 5th string down. Drop to that D, 4th string down. So it's a descending order, right? And I position these chords. You can do this in various ways. I did it that way so that it's a little easier. You're just dropping down with your left the whole time. right, and you're dropping down with your right. So here's the practice, guys. I want you to just do 4 strums per chord, okay? 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Take your time with that. Go as slow as you need to. The main thing is I want you to pay attention and make sure you're dropping that right hand when you're supposed to. Obviously, you want all the notes to ring out. So pay attention to your left hand as well, as far as make sure you're getting to the chords in time. But it shouldn't be a big issue since you're just dropping, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then back again. Okay? I'm gonna run through that one time, put the focus on the left hand so you can see that a little more clearly. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, just do this at your speed. Make sure everything's ringing out. That whatever tempo you set, just make sure you're keeping it. You know, if it's clunky, you know, address that. Is it your right hand? Is it only get clunky when you make the chord change? Then work on that. You just want it to be very fluid. 1, no matter how slow you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm playing slow as molasses, but those transitions are smooth. 1, 2, 3, 4. Change. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? If you're not doing that, keep working at it till it happens. When you get that down, guys, I want you to do the 4 strums again, but try just doing each chord per strum. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now there's where the rubber hits the road right there, okay? Because and again, take it slow if you need to. It doesn't matter. You're not trying to be a speed demon. You're just trying to change quickly no matter how slow you're going, right? It's to be fluid with it. Because now, boy, your left and right are really working in unison, man. You're an automaton. Every strum, you're changing a chord, you know. So again, get used to the 4 strums per chord first. Once you get that down, kind of get that into muscle memory, then work on that. When you get that down, I want you to just do it in reverse. The same practice, but do it in reverse. And what I mean by that, you start with the D sus2. So you're going to start on the 4th. Now you're going to be ascending. You're going to be moving up. So you're going to start on the 4th with your strumming. See, I messed up there. So with your strumming, you're going to be going 4, 5, 6, 6. And on the left hand, you're just going to do the opposite. Instead of moving down, you're just going to move up. So you're starting with the last chord, which is the D sus2 on the 4th string, strumming, right hand. Move up to the A, move up to the E minor, then to the G. Okay, and do that like you did before 4 times. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 again. Let me run through it and focus on that right hand so you can see. And let me get that box. Well, maybe that's just here. Okay. If you get that down, do the changing every strum. A little harder in reverse, you know, but it will become muscle memory as well. Again, not a lot of movement going on with the left hand. Not hard to remember, right? You're either going up or going down, depending on which exercise you're doing, okay? Guys, this right here, you know, it's an easy practice in a sense where once you kind of get that muscle memory down, you can just keep doing it. Even if you get it down, like if you just want to pick up the guitar, I'm a big advocate of, I used to just kind of pedal on the guitar, an acoustic guitar. I didn't want to, you know, hinder anyone who was trying to watch a television show, but I just sit there and just kind of have it in my hands while I'm watching a show and just going through the motions, right? You know, you get this thing down, just start, pick it up occasionally, do it. It doesn't have to be a formal practice, right? But it actually is. This will help you later on, you know, if you want to, or if you know how to make the full chords, you know. Then you're just adding another degree of difficulty with the left hand, but your right hand's kind of doing the same thing, right? And if you're changing chords quickly this way, you know, even if you go from D major to G major, you still have a pivot fingering happening. Your ring still stays there. You know, it kind of makes sense there, and you can start playing the full chords faster and changing them faster. In order for you to be your version of great, whatever that means, for me it was using guitar as a tool to write interesting songs. You might want to be a virtuoso, you know, whatever it is, you have to learn the fundamentals first. And in order to learn the fundamentals, you have to have a guitar in your hand. I invite you to go to MyPOVGuitar.com, check out our beginner course. This will shave years. I took all the mistakes that I made and took me so long to get the fundamentals down, and I just really streamlined it for you. If you think that might interest you, check it out, MyPOVGuitar.com. Until then, guys, we'll see you in the next lesson.